As of today, I have deleted my level 180 arc. It's done, it's gone, and it's not coming back. Here's why I did it and why I think you may want to do the same, or just consider not building or leveling your arc to such a high level yourself. Now, I know this is going to be a controversial topic, but please hear me out. At the end of the day, the arc is good for really only three things: producing guild goods, generating forge points by taking spots on other players' great buildings, and getting blueprints for specific buildings by doing the same. Let's start with the blueprints, since I think that's one of the easiest things to work around. If you're an established player, you will likely have blueprints for every great building in quantities to the point where you will never want of blueprints ever again. Even if you're not an established player, you can get plenty of blueprints without an arc by taking spots on 1.9 threads, having buildings like the Jester's Stage or one of the ones in the upcoming Viking event, which will give an average of 10 blueprints per day. The fact of the matter is that great buildings only get more and more expensive as you level them, so outside of a strategy like deleting and rebuilding the Blue Galaxy, blueprints are not a bottleneck. Next, looking at guild goods, this is something that may be different for each guild, but unless your guild is going extremely hard in guild battlegrounds, you truly don't need that high of a guild goods production. My diamond farm with no focus on goods whatsoever produces over 4,000 goods per day that can be used for the guild. The short of it is that if you want to focus on guild goods production, there are plenty of options that provide more useful bonuses besides the now outdated boost of the arc. I mean, the Guild Battlegrounds buildings, Quantum Incursions buildings, and many event buildings now give tons of guild goods, and worst comes to worse, just donate the normal goods you produce that are just piling up in your inventory anyways. Of course, there is one main point of the arc that I've ignored to this point that I think is going to be the hardest to convince you to give up: the contribution bonus to forge points for taking spots on other players' great buildings. After all, the arc is what has enabled us to take buildings to these incredibly high levels by essentially getting a chunk of the forge points for the level paid for by other players for no net cost to those other players. However, it's that very point that makes the arc slowly become weaker and weaker as time goes on. We are seeing cities that are capable of producing over 70,000 forge points in a single day, mainly thanks to buildings like the Eco Sanctum, Eternal Market, and the ever-present glut of finished special production items. As we get more buildings with forge point boosts, and once the Eternal Market hits its final level, that total could go even higher. I even know some folks who are planning on having an 8 to 9 figure forge point collection via the use of finished special items by the time the next age comes out. And it's clear that worries about generating forge points are well in the past for the endgame of Forge of Empires. In cases like this, great buildings are being leveled past 200, well past the sweet spot of where the costs are cheap thanks to the contribution bonus. As great buildings get leveled further and further past that sweet spot, the fraction of the cost paid by the owner grows and grows due to the level cost increasing faster than the contribution rewards. This means that it becomes less and less useful for other players to contribute to your great buildings. Take the Arctic Orangery. Past level 210, you're looking at only 10% of the cost being made up of other players' contributions, with that percentage dwindling as you go further. At what point does it become worth more to have the speed and freedom of just leveling your great buildings instantly without waiting for investors versus the small fraction of forge points you could save by using a 1.9 thread? For me, that point is long in the past now. As per lower level great buildings, say when a new age comes out, when you can have enough finished special production items to literally completely level both Space Age Space Hub buildings fully, and multiple buildings that provide special goods to boot, waiting for other players will only slow you down. And so, I think the last thing to do is take one more last look at my arc in all its glory before I deleted it. I had some friends take the final spots, so it's a little bit nostalgic, with my buddy April Fools taking P1. That's right, folks, if you weren't onto it by now, this video was posted on April 1st, and this is my April Fool's Day video. My arc is safe and sound, don't worry, it was not actually deleted, just some editing magic to make it disappear, and I am not actually thinking of deleting it. If you deleted your arc in the 4.5 minutes until this point, sorry, but while the whole deleting arc thing may have been a joke, a lot of the info in this video is actually true. Right now, the Blue Galaxy is what I would classify as the most powerful building, not the arc. Remember though, we've still got the prophesized great building update somewhere on the horizon, so it's quite possible that the current situation with great buildings and city productions may change. I'm excited to see what that future holds, but if we ignore the upcoming update and just look at the current system's trends, would you ever delete your arc? Let me know in the comments or over on Discord. The link to join my server is in the description. Happy April Fool's Day, and as always, I'll see you all next time.